Texas Challenge is the second program that Project Rebirth has participated in with the Ride2Recovery program. Ride2Recovery takes injured veterans and takes them on these epic bicycle challenges where they go from one city to another in various states across the country or state to state, and they take riders on a often 300 to 400 mile bike ride where these returning veterans get to experience intensive exercise over any number of days and to test their own recovery and to experience newfound strengths, newfound self-confidence, and to discover the camaraderie on the ride. Project Rebirth is very honored to have shown the documentary film Rebirth for a second time to this extraordinarily deserving audience. And this time we participated in the Texas Challenge, which was a real pleasure to go from San Antonio, Texas to Dallas, Texas at the end. Anywhere from 350 to 400 miles for people who might have added on a little in between. And we showed the film once again on the first night of the ride, and believe that the film is very helpful for helping folks to sort of open up to a discussion of healing and recovery, and potentially even to relate to what are essentially civilian stories of trauma and loss in the film Rebirth, and to sort of draw out those themes of recovery for themselves. We were also additionally honored on the first night of the ride in San Antonio. We were joined by retired firefighter Chief Bob Gray. Chief Gray was a responder with Arlington County Fire Department to the attack on the Pentagon. In a sort of a terrible sequence of events, Chief Gray was terribly injured from a fall from a ladder at his own house in Texas after his retirement, and has had what can only be described as a miraculous recovery. So we were very happy to bring Chief Gray to talk to the veterans, and he spoke about his experience at the Pentagon, and notably saying to the audience, you know, people often say, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was the attack and the response at the Pentagon? And he says it's a 350, and looks at the audience and says that he understands that they know what he means. He was able to relate that experience as well as his own recovery in a way that I think was extraordinarily meaningful for all of us. He has had a almost full recovery and from his injuries from his fall, and does hope to be able to ride bikes with Ride2Recovery next year in Texas. This year for the Texas Challenge, retired firefighter Tim Brown, who's one of the participants in our film, once again spoke to the group both on the first night and also before the screening. And he rode the challenge with the veterans. I rode the challenge, and Executive Director Caitlin Olson, and our chairman, Brian Rafferty, joined us for the first day of the ride. We were all there to present the film and to really get a sense of the amazing work that this program does. You know, the ride itself was beautiful, going through the rolling hills of Texas, very different from the Florida ride, which was flat. So we had hills this time. And the Ride2Recovery team does an absolutely incredible job of motivating those who are new to the bike and keeping those who are exceptional in their abilities challenged. And you really witness over and over and over again how the bike riding and the camaraderie of this ride is just an essential part, it seems, to these folks' recovery. The anecdotes and the stories that people share on the bike are, of course, private to that time, but it's very clear that the intensive exercise, the learning to ride with each other, the camaraderie is just something that cannot be replaced for these folks in this experience.